What is the name of this event that we are today?
This is the fourth annual Media Talk Symposium here at SUNY Westbury.
So what is the goal of the Media Talks?
Well, the goal of Media Talks is to invite alumni from Old Westbury that have matriculated through our program and to invite industry professionals to speak to the entire college population.
So what is your role in Media Talks?
I actually work with one of our alumni who works with CBS Radio. He and we book the guests, and I work with career planning and development a little bit. I secure the venue. We get all the background information on all of our panelists. We decide who our panelists are going to be, and we bring them down. And it's very intimate. It's a very free-form kind of event. We talk about everything from internships to jobs to technologies to the current climate of the industry, whether it's radio, television, print, or new media, or a hybrid of all four. Yeah.
So you're currently the head of the Old Westbury radio station, correct?
Yes. I'm the station manager for OWTV Westbury Web Radio.
So if someone wants to join the Old Westbury radio station, how would they get in contact with you in hopes of joining the station?
They can visit the top floor of the student union, and they can get a staff application. They fill it out. We give them the training that's necessary, and we talk about the areas of interest that they have, and we go from there.
And what is your role in the Media Talks panel?
My role is the moderator, making sure everyone makes the panel, like choosing different alumni to see who would be available to actually talk about their careers in media and just set them up so that we can actually meet with current students and give advice on what they want to do in the world of media.
So what is your role at Media Talks?
My role was to be a panelist today, a student representative for our panel, and basically talk to other students and other peers and just give them a little insight of where I've been in the industry and how they can make the most of their time here and their time going forward in internships and classroom setting and whatnot.
What can you tell us about your current position?
So I'm currently a brand ambassador for Cox Media Group, which owns 106.1 BLI and 102.3 WBAB. I've been doing that for a year, and I love it. But sadly, I'll have to be leaving them soon because in June, once I graduate, I'll be starting a new position as a news producer for Local 22 and Local 44 in Burlington, Vermont. So I'm very excited for that. I actually just accepted the offer today officially. So I don't know many details, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to learning from here.
To all the panelists that are here today, I appreciate you for being here, and I know the students that are here appreciate you just as much. You lead the way, you set the tenor, you set the tempo. Your hard work and your experience that you're going to bring to these microphones is going to be very important to these young people before you, because I remembered when you weren't that, some of you weren't that far off from where they are now. And just to have witnessed your growth and to know what you bring to the table professionally and represent us the way that I want all of them to enjoy their successes going forward, and they will. I'm sure they appreciate your presence here as well. So when I think about tonight, the scope of tonight's content, we kind of run this very organically. We're going to talk about internships, we're going to talk about jobs, we're going to talk about patience, we're going to talk about the industry, we're going to crack a lot of jokes, we're going to have a lot of fun. And rest assured, there will be an opportunity for you to talk to these people after this program concludes. So ladies and gentlemen, please once again, just give a nice warm round of applause for all the panelists here, and I'm going to get started.
What I just want to say in regards to myself, I started here at SUNY Westbury all the way back in 2005. Yeah, I'm old now. When I first got to the station, it was brand new. Nobody really knew what they were going to do with it, and obviously Professor Manfredi is still the same way he is today. We just pretty much everybody pulled together. We had to learn a lot of different things quickly just to understand what a radio station was about. Because originally, and I'm pretty sure all you guys here that are wearing OWR shirts know, you heard radio, you're like, oh, let me just go in there, turn on the microphone, and start talking. And to an extent now, we feel like a podcast, that's what it is. But over time, you learn structure, you learn basically responsibility that is needed to be a broadcaster, to be a personality, to be all these things. Obviously while you're filling out breaks and learning different things, because all of this matters once you hit the real world. Every little thing that you think may seem like a nuisance or like, why am I doing this? It all adds up. So it was something that, and I bring this up only because as a student, I wasn't thinking that. I was just like, oh, okay, well, it's whatever, I just do it, I just do it, I just do it. Until it came time to graduate, did all this time at the radio station, did all this time interning different places, hoping just to get a job somewhere. I don't care where, just throw 100 resumes out. That was like my whole thing. Literally as the days were leading up to graduation, I was sending out 10 resumes a day, just to wherever it was, whether it was BT, MTV. I'm a big sports guy, and I was sending to every sports network, but I wasn't limiting myself just to sports. It was just a process of pushing myself to wherever somebody would take me at the time.
So I'm going to mention some things in here that some of you may or may not have had the experience to use. There was records, there was carts, which were the size of 8-track tapes. Okay, I see a lot of heads nodding, so that makes me feel better. Then we went on to CDs, and now everything is totally automated on a computer system. That's one of the major ways that the job has changed. One of the other ways that it changed is the advent of social media. I was doing radio before MySpace existed. Any of you even remember MySpace, and then Facebook. And then Facebook was like, let's try and promote some of the stuff we're doing on the air on Facebook. Then it became a must, along with Twitter and Instagram. And these are just a larger part of what you're doing every day. If you check out all your different radio stations, you're going to find that there's a social media presence for all of them. And it's just another way that you can step out and reach into your audience, because your audience, you guys know it. They're living right here in their phone. So it's the way to find out how to do it. Technology has changed in so many ways. A lot of people, when they first started satellite radio, was like, oh, you think that's going to affect you? And I'm like, nah, I don't know, let's wait and see. And then one of the biggest things that's helping radio is technology, because now we have home speakers, Google Home, Amazon Echo, and Echo Dot, that people now can just simply turn around in their house and be like, Alexa, play WBAB, and boom, it comes on and you're listening. So it's really, in some ways, it's made it simpler, and in other ways, sometimes it's made it more difficult, but it's like everything has changed.
Yeah, so in June, I know some of you do know because a lot of you are my dearest friends, but in June I will be starting in Burlington, Vermont as a news producer. I don't know which show I'll be producing yet, but I will be a Vermont resident as of June 11th. Yeah, it's really crazy, and I mean, like, so many of us who are graduating this semester, you think, you spend all your senior year thinking, when is the right time to start applying to jobs? What does my resume look like? Freshman Man Freddy is so crazy on us for such great reasons to make sure we have polished cover letters, polished resumes, great references, and it's also that it pays off so that we can get our foot in the door and we can get a job that we are proud of and happy to be working. I went through the phase the last couple of months of worrying and being scared that I wasn't going to get anything after college. But I always say that my worry fuels my motivation, and the more stressed I am, the harder I'm going to work towards getting a job.